Hey guys, I just got the new choke hazard 2. Just want to give you guys a closer look at it. So here's a original choke hazard. You kind of size comparison. It's a little taller, just a little bit wider, but it's definitely an improvement. Now it's got a valve on the bottom, whereas the old style, there's a little hole you just stick your hose into. And then this is your fill cup here. Should go price. Like I was saying, it's always kind of a pain to get it to level out here. After a while it goes. But also the problem you have with the first one is the fluid. If you don't, I put this little ring with it. You gotta have it just the right height. It never really worked right. Otherwise it'll backflow. If the level gets too low, it'll go back to here if this is the same. This one you don't have that problem with. It's got a little cup inside there. So once it flows over the top of there, it can't suction back out, so you at least have that much fluid in it. That was a big selling feature for me. And also, with the hose, you just hook it up to a squirt bottle. So whenever you need it, you just give it a little more fluid. You don't need to take this off to fill it, but it comes in handy to build. I don't know if you can see that. Squirts out of there. Fill up the carbon felt. And it only can fill up so far. And that's kind of the set level, which is kind of nice. That's got an 8-minute burn time on that. And this is the simmer ring. So once you're doing your boil here, if you want to do rice or something smaller, you just stick your simmer ring on, and it narrows the flame down quite a bit, whereas this one is just the set flame. So that's a nice feature. That's one of the reasons I had the Magic Mouse, is it gives me the burners and the simmer mode. This is a nice setup. Like I said, it's got the little valve here, or the fuel port here. This thing's just sturdy. So we'll get it burning and see what compare. Alright, we're going to compare the times between the new choke hazard 2 and then the Magic Mouse. This is what I typically use. So get them warmed up here. This one always has more flame out, which is kind of a danger sometimes, so it's something you have to watch. Let's see which one's quicker. So 1 cup of water. We almost have a rolling boil, simmering pretty good. We're 3.5 minutes for the Magic Mouse. And there's a rolling boil at 340. That's with the Magic Mouse. It's a good rolling boil. 3 minutes 40 seconds at 1 cup of water. The choke hazard 2 hasn't even started bubbling yet. So just a little bit. Alright, we're getting a boil on this one, on the choke hazard 2, at 9 minutes 28 seconds, so a little longer. This is just starting to boil as this one's dying down, so Magic Mouse is definitely a faster boil. Burn time is going to be about the same for the amount of fuel. Like I said, this was just starting to die down, and this one's supposed to run for around 8 minutes. I had to top it off a little bit, which might have slowed down the boil time too, because I'm putting cold fuel in there. But they both work. Both a nice compact size, cheap fuel. I typically carry 2 stoves like this with me anyway. It was the choke hazard one, and the Magic Mouse, faster boil than if I was doing rice or something that needed to simmer longer. I was always using this one. But I'm going to switch to the choke hazard too, because it's got that simmer ring. And you see to warm up the simmering before you put it on. So it knocks the flame down pretty good. Hey guys, conclusion of the Choke Hazard 2 stove. I just got done running a bunch of tests on it, and you'll see that in the video. And I also posted some of the results. I could not get it to boil 2 cups of water. That was uncovered tap water, and I probably ran it through. I probably filled this about 4 or 5 times to get it to see if it would do it. It wouldn't, but I didn't expect it to. 1 cup of water. It takes about 9.5 minutes to boil that. It'd probably be a little faster if I covered it and put a windscreen on. But for the most part, this is a simmering stove, something to keep your stuff warm and either warming stuff up or simmering. I wouldn't rely fully on this for boiling. If you're going to do that, it's just going to take longer, and only 1 cup at a time. That's the other reason, like I said earlier, I run the Magic Mouse. This gets a boil on a cup of water in about 4 minutes. So what I like to do is I'll get it boiling quick with this, and then if I have to run it longer, if I'm running rice or quinoa or something like that, and then I'll simmer it with this stove. And that's mainly what this is for. It's a good stove for what it's for. The simmering makes a little bit of difference. You get a little bit longer run time with the simmering. Excuse me. So that'll help. So that's the conclusion. Like I said, I like the Magic Mouse for quick time. And then this will be a great long cooking stove, or whatever you want to call it, for simmers. Keep things burning longer. So that was my conclusion. Thanks for watching.